in the sea. Once upon a time, oh my best beloved, there was a whale, and he ate fishes. He ate the starfish and the garfish, and the crab and the dab, and the plaice and the dace, and the skate and his mate, and the mackerel and the pickerel, and the really truly twirly whirly eel. He ate all the fishes he could find in all the sea with his mouth shut, till at last there was only one small fish left. A small 'stute fish, who swam a little behind the whale's right ear to be out of harm's way. Then the whale stood up on his tail and said, "I'm hungry." And the small 'stute fish said in a small 'stute voice, "Noble and generous cetacean, have you ever tasted man?" "No," said the whale. "What is it like?" "Nice," said the 'stute fish. "Nice but nubbly. Then fetch me some," said the whale, and he made the sea froth up with his tail. "One at a time is enough," said the 'stute fish. "If you swim to latitude 50 north, longitude 40 west, that is magic, you will find a shipwrecked mariner on a raft, with nothing on but a pair of blue canvas breeches. A pair of suspenders, you must not forget the suspenders, best beloved, and a jackknife. It is only fair to tell you, he is a man of infinite resource and sagacity." So the whale swam and swam as fast as he could to latitude 50 north, longitude 40 west. There, on a raft in the middle of the sea, he found one single, solitary, shipwrecked mariner, trailing his toes in the water. He had his mummy's leave to paddle, you see. Then the whale opened his mouth back and back and back till it nearly touched his tail, and he swallowed the shipwrecked mariner, the raft, the blue canvas breeches, the suspenders, which you must not forget, and the jackknife. He swallowed them all down into his warm, dark, inside cupboards, smacked his lips, and turned round 3 times on his tail. But as soon as the mariner, who was a man of infinite resource and sagacity, found himself inside, he stumped, and he jumped, and he thumped, and he bumped. He pranced and he danced, he banged and he clanged, he hit and he bit, he leaped and he creeped, and prowled and he howled. He danced hornpipes where he shouldn't, and the whale felt most unhappy indeed. Have you forgotten the suspenders? So the whale said to the 'stute fish, "This man is very nubbly, and besides, he is making me hiccup. What shall I do?" "Tell him to come out," said the 'stute fish. So the whale called down his own throat, "Come out and behave yourself." "I've got the hiccups." "Nay, nay," said the mariner. "Not so, but far otherwise. Take me to my natal shore and the white cliffs of Albion, and I'll think about it." And he began to dance more than ever. "You had better take him home," said the 'stute fish. "I ought to have warned you that he is a man of infinite resource and sagacity." So the whale swam and swam as hard as he could for the hiccups. At last he saw the mariner's shore and the white cliffs of Albion. He rushed halfway up the beach, opened his mouth wide and wide and wide, and said, "Change here for Winchester, Ashwellot, Nashua, Keene, and stations on the Fitchburg Road." And just as he said Fitch, the mariner walked out. But while the whale had been swimming, the mariner had taken his jackknife and cut the raft into a little square grating, all running crisscross. He had tied it firm with his suspenders. Now you know why you were not to forget the suspenders. He dragged that grating good and tight into the whale's throat, and there it stuck. Then he recited a little poem, stepped out on the shingle, and went home to his mother. He married and lived happily ever afterward. So did the whale. But from that day on, the grating in his throat, which he could neither cough up nor swallow down, prevented him from eating anything except very, very small fish. And that is the reason why whales nowadays never eat men or boys or little girls. The 'stute fish went and hid in the mud under the dorsals of the equator, afraid the whale might be angry. The sailor took his jackknife home. He was still wearing his blue canvas breeches, but the suspenders were left behind, you see, to tie the grating with. And that is the end of that tale. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.